Right, it's 9:18. We're headed down into the cellar where the doors just opened on its own. Give us a sign that you want to communicate with us.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to What the Flick. Christy Lemire, Ben Mankiewicz, Alonso Duralde. The Conjuring scared the crap out of me.
This movie is scary as shit. Okay, so this is based on a true story. Do you believe that when they say that? Based on true events, which supposedly makes it even scarier. This is about a couple of paranormal investigators played by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, and they get a call to go to a house in Rhode Island in the 70s. Ron Livingston and Lili Taylor and their 5 daughters are hearing things go bump in the night at 3:07 a.m. to be precise. Take a look.
Whatever Lorraine sees, feels, touches, it takes a toll on her.
What are you guys?
Well, we've been called ghost hunters, paranormal researchers.
But we prefer to be known simply as Ed and Lorraine Warren.
There's something horrible happening in my house.
See, this is scary as shit. This is from the director of the first Saw.
Yes.
And he did Insidious. We were snuggling.
Yeah. It's
with Linda Wheat from People Magazine. We were like, all of us.
It was it was terrifying from start to finish, and not in the way that so many horror movies are terrifying. It did it differently, and I wrote down that it's a horror movie for people who don't love horror movies. Yeah. Because it doesn't have any of the things that I think alienate people who don't love horror movies.
Like gore?
There's not sort of gratuitous, voyeuristic gore at all.
Like in the Saw movies.
Like in the Saw movies. I mean, it's nothing like the Saw movies in any way. And it has, forget that they say it's based on a true story. That didn't land.
And these were the paranormal investigators who allegedly also did the Amityville.
Okay. Right. So
which is probably also not a true story, but anyway.
So, but that said, it feels credible, like because they all treat it as the way regular normal people would treat these odd occurrences, and then they take it seriously throughout. So I don't know, somehow that lent a believability to it that I think is lacking in so many
even if you don't believe that it's a true story, the movie at least does what a good genre movie, especially a horror movie, does, which is that it establishes its own rules. That we know these people do this sort of thing can happen, and now it's happening again in this other house. And they take it totally seriously. He's cast real actors, really good actors who make this convincing. And it's probably the closest contemporary movie that I would even dare compare to something like The Haunting, in terms of just being really subtle but super effective and building tension, just slowly by just twisting the thing where it gets to the point where just anybody reaching for the doorknob at the basement, you're like, no, not the basement.
It's like this stuff is coming, right? You know it's when there's a doll, there's a creepy ass doll, oh my God, and that it's gonna be missing, right? They're gonna look for it. It's supposed to be in a certain spot in a hallway or in a room. It's not gonna be there, but it's still so scary when it's not there.
Oh God, And then they work in this thing where the daughters, the Ron Livingston and Lili Taylor have 5 daughters, and they play this game that involves, it's like hide and seek, but you're blindfolded. Hide and clap. So it starts out already, you're just thinking somebody's gonna get hurt doing this. But then when they're doing it and there's all the shit happening in the house, you're like, oh my God, no, they're blindfolded in the thing.
Much more effective than any kind of CGI or screechy noises, just a sound of hands clapping is terrifying in this thing, and the dolls are scary.
They manage to, because they have everybody sort of buy into it, they set up the rules. First of all, the rules they set up in the beginning, they are never broken.
Right.
And so it's like a real world that we all live in, where people are a little skeptical of this kind of thing, but more ready to believe it. There's one character who sort of doubts throughout, a cop, but he's there sort of, and mostly that's for some comic relief. But all the characters sort of buy into it, so their terror can switch on quickly when need be. Like when Ron Livingston leaves the house to do his job and then has to come back because terrible things are happening. There's not a lot of time wasted saying, I can't believe this is going on. What is this? Explain it to me. He just wants to save his family. And I found him, those 4 leads, they're not. I guess they're not big stars, but they're all so good.
Yeah.
I mean they're
actors,
right the level below big stars, but they're so good. Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson, who I have this long-standing man crush on.
Who could blame you?
And Ron Livingston, like Ron Livingston has been in now 5 things that I adore. Like at some point I have to I think Ron Livingston must have a lot to do with this.
Office Space.
But Office Space, Swingers, Band of Brothers,
Yeah.
where he was so phenomenal in. And then maybe not something I love, but something seminal and important. He's Jack Berger. He left the Post-it note.
He broke with the Post-it note. I was going to mention that.
That's how I always think of him.
Yes.
He breaks up with Carrie by Post-it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and now he's in this. I mean, which is really among the best horror movies I've seen. Certainly the best I've seen in a long time. So I mean, it can't be an accident. Ron Livingston knows what he's doing.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Lili Taylor, oddly enough, was in
Yeah.
the shitty Haunting remake, you'll recall, with Liam Neeson and CZ Jones. But this now she finally gets a really good horror movie, and she's always been one of my favorite actresses, both when her indie
Yeah, I
stuff
agree.
and 6 Feet Under. So yeah, they really kind of bring a sense of not silliness to it that makes it more effectively terrifying. Yeah, I saw it at the LA Film Festival at I guess it was the premiere, and it was kind of like, oh great, from the director of Saw, whatever. And within 10 minutes, I was, so.
We saw it in broad daylight on the Warner Brothers lawn.
we saw it at
Thank
11
God it
a.m.
was
Yeah.
daytime. Okay, we should do numbers. Give me your number, please.
9.
9.
9.2.
What's this? 9.1. 84% for us. Oh, from the Rotten Tomato meter.
If you don't like
9.1
horror
from us.
movies, go see it anyway.